Good morning, A-Bird Freedom Fam, and welcome to a throwback. Yes, got the old 6-color chocolate chips out. Got this awesome Bushmaster XM15-E2S 20-inch HBAR 5.56 barrel. Yes, it does have the flat top receiver, A2 buttstock, pistol grip, and yeah, running a GI magazine and sling. But this is the test fire because this rifle just came in the shop. So before we get into the rifle, let's go ahead and throw down another bill drill. But let's something that's become a point of contention with some people. I'm going to start my bill drill with the safety on, as you can see, because there's those that think manipulating the safety is a hindrance. Well, I don't think so. So here we go. Six rounds, manipulating the safety, 155. Alrighty, we are back for another bill drill. This time we're going to run it with the safety already off and see what the time difference is. 166. So I truly believe the safety is not going to be that detrimental. Alrighty, everybody. So we just got done firing those bill drills, running the safety, not running the safety with this Bushmaster XM15-E2S. She is in 223.556, is marked on the receiver, and she is running the HBAR 5.56 1-in-9 barrel, 20-inch round handguards, A2 buttstock. Yeah, I do have an old school J-hook sling on here. I do have a carry handle rear sight, in all disclosure, that will be replaced. This was a used rear sight that was in the parts store. I pulled a scope off of this rifle to give it that retro vibe with that A-pillar front sight post and that A2 bird cage. So with all that being said, this rifle will not leave with this carry handle. This carry handle needs to be repaired. It is all buried to the right and won't adjust out. Okay, so with that being said, I'll go ahead and show it to you. There's a ball bearing that goes in here that's a catch bearing. It's a catch ball. And it's evidently not there. I took it apart already before shooting the video. But I went ahead and left it all the way to the right. And I will actually take you downrange and show you this abysmal target from walking and shooting and everything else. But let's dive into the Bushmaster XM15-E2S. What makes it cool? Well, it's definitely got a vintage vibe, right? So the whole theory of this is a throwback test fire. That's why we're out here in our chocolate chip desert camo. Why? Because I felt like playing dress up. Let me get some of this coffee. Also because I wanted to review a vintage rifle, since there's so many modern rifles that usually get all the go-to credit. Whether that be Daniel Defense or everything else, but these Bushmasters, along with Armalite and Colt, were the beginning. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the ABCs of AR-15 rifles was Armalite, Bushmaster, and Colt. Yes, it is a 20-inch heavy barrel compared to a 16-inch SOCOM profile or light. But most people, we're not buying these rifles so that we can run around and be Joe Cool Guy. Now, I don't like it when somebody says that this is a trash setup. I don't think this is a trash setup. Because as long as I'm proficient with it, and no, I'm not running down hallways and clearing rooms. I'm not worried about that. But if I wanted that retro vibe, I would definitely run it. And I'd take it to the range and I'd have a good time. Now, this rifle did come into the shop used. As always, this is the test fire for that rifle. Plus, I just wanted to get out and bring a little bit of attention to some of the more vintage retro kind of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put the gobbledygook on the rifle in the description as far as overall length, weight. We all know what's going on here. Yes, it is a standard mil-spec trigger. Nothing has been changed. Obviously, we are clear. Let's go ahead and pretend like we're Grand Thumb. Go ahead and join me. We're going to go ahead and ghost that trigger. But rather than just putting it, let's make like we're going to engage a target. We got that nice steady press to the rear, and it's still pressing. It's still going to be pressing. And rifle cycled. Let's see if we can get that audible trigger reset. Clunk. And we're there again. And obviously, if I'm running bill drills at 166 and 155, you can run a mil-spec trigger pretty fast. With all that being said, this is a great rifle. Would I own one? I probably already do. Guess from my age and the way I'm dressed today, I dig it. It definitely takes me back to another time and place. No need for all those fancy slings. There was a time when we did it like this. This rifle will take you back to a different time. You're going to have a great time shooting it. Recoil, there's no fucking recoil. Especially with that HBAR barrel. With all that being said, let's take a pause for the cause. I'm going to go ahead and go grab that target. And I'll show you that I sucked this morning. Alrighty, and just like that, we're back with the target. This, and a couple of these in here are from the little opener, the little intro coming over the ridge and shooting and moving and negotiating down the hill. Is what it is. Still put them into the silhouette. Now, majority of these are going to be my bill drills that I ran, that 166 and that 155. Manipulating the safety and not manipulating the safety. For my rathers, if I'm not engaging targets, I want that safety to be on. Training, practice, muscle memory. That safety is nothing but another maneuver. I can literally flip that safety as I run my finger into the trigger guard. In my eyes, it's not an issue. But you know what is an issue? Is this target sucks. Another issue would be the fact that that carry handle rear sight is buried all the way to the right hand side. So, if I was in the field and that rear sight broke, would I still be able to put hits on target? Well, obviously I could. Let's go ahead and let's shoot another bill drill, but let's use a clean target. And my bill drill distance is probably between 8 and 10 yards rather than about 7. I'm going to do a little bit further away. That big ass musket barrel gets me halfway there already. But with that being said, let's take a pause. Let's change targets. And I'm going to show you that even the old iron sights, even messed up with a little bit of time with the weapon platform, with the weapon system, with the rifle, whatever you want to call it, you can still manage to be effective. Stay tuned. Alright, before I go put the target up, I want everybody to see this is a nice, clean crate, tactical.com silhouette target. As we see, I'll show you the brown side. There are absolutely no holes in it. With that being said, I'm going to go set it up. And we're going to shoot at least, I'm probably going to shoot more bill drills that you won't see because this rifle is a blast to fire. Stand by. Alrighty, everybody, we got that clean target up there. Got that first round in the chamber. Check, double check, check and double check that safety. I'm going to do it with the safety on. Remember, this is with the sight buried to the right-hand side of the sight aperture. And, whoo, and away we go. Safety on. Now, we are clear. I'm not going to make you wait. We're going to go ahead and go down range. And I'm going to prove a point. If you spend the time with your rifle, this is with that sight set up in the wrong spot, I can still effectively run a bill drill. Now, what was the time on that bill drill? That was a 1.81. 1.81, safety on from the buzzer. Disengage the safety, engage the target. 1.81 mil-spec trigger. obviously it can be done. Alrighty, everybody, let's be goofy. I already did this once, but the battery in the camera died. Had to switch batteries. I did put it down low in the belly. So, sling arms, muzzle up, safety on. How hard is it to engage a target? And I haven't tried this one in a lot of years, but let's go ahead and go for it. .14. That's what it took for me to go from sling arms and engage with one round on target. So, and that one strung up in the A zone. It's totally possible. I wish less people would spend time trashing these older vintage or retro setups. There's nothing wrong with them. Like anything, if you take your rifle and you train with it and you get to know it, you'll be able to do anything you want to do. With that, everybody, that is the Tactical Thursday Throwback Test Fire for the Bushmaster XM15-E2S. Everybody stay safe. Get out and train. Get outside. Do your thing. Stay safe and hydrate. We'll catch you again.